Okay. We all back, most of us? Everyone enjoy dining around the square? Be nice when it's finished, I'm sure. Yep. If we're ready to start, this afternoon's session, we've got a video address from David Gerlitz, and then Kamal Shawashi and Michael J. McFadden. Before that, we've got an extra guest who I think Veal is going to introduce.
Yes, we have one of Dutch parliamentarians here who was willing to have a short presentation about their view on, well, actually the prohibition policies, and I hope he can say something nice about it, or just not nice.
I will. I'm a bit handicapped because I go there. Yesterday we had a game of football between MPs and mayors, which ended, by the way, in 3-3, which was a very correct political compromise. But I got a bit injured. I was asked to share some thoughts with you around prohibition and... Was that me? Okay. And the way that people understand and act with things like tobacco, alcohol, and other things that we as society and as politics sometimes say, if you use too much of it, it's not good. But what's the best way to prevent people from using a lot of alcohol or smoking a lot of cigarettes? Is the way to prohibit those things, or other ways. And my party, the VVD, that's a liberal party, and our view is that it is not the best way to prohibit those things, because then you create a sort of picture for people in the country that you have products which are prohibited, so they are not good, that's clear. But if it's not prohibited, then there is a sort of unofficial mark saying probably it is good because the government did not prohibit this product. And that is not a very good way of getting people acknowledged of the dangers of using too much tobacco or too much alcohol. So what we say is the government should provide information about the effects that some certain products have. And again, you're talking about alcohol, you're talking about tobacco, you're talking about fat. Those things should be shared with the community, telling them, if you eat too much fat food, if you smoke a package of cigarettes a day, it's not always the case that you become sick, but there is a higher risk. And then it is the choice of every individual citizen to say, yes, I will smoke. Yes, I will have a drink. Yes, I will go to McDonald's and have a meal which is maybe not the best meal in town, but for today I would like to have it. Again, if you go for the other route and say, we prohibit you to smoke, and let's go to the case which is very which is here in the Netherlands, we prohibit you to smoke in a cafe or a bar, then is it the next step will be, we prohibit you to smoke, for example, in your car, which is a new suggestion of one of the political parties in the Netherlands, because in the car, if there are other people like children, well, they do not have a choice because you are driving and they have to be in the car, so we prohibit it. The next step is your home. Why not say, if you have visitors who are in your home, why prohibit smoking over there? And before you know, it is completely banned. And if you really think that it should be banned, then that should be the first step. Like drugs, cocaine, etc., we have said very clearly, it is so bad that we don't have a discussion on whether you should use a small amount or not. No, it's so bad, therefore we prohibit it completely. But that's not the case with alcohol. It's not the case with tobacco. It's not the case with fat food. And therefore you have to make people aware of the consequences, the possible consequences. The possible consequences when they use too much of it. That's what the government should do, but do not prohibit it, because otherwise you create a picture where people think if it's not prohibited, then it probably is okay. And that would be a backdraft instead of a good way of getting governmental rules in place. Questions?
Ik wil wel eens vragen, maar mag ik het in het Nederlands doen, Wil? Is de VVD ook bereid om die betutteling, dat is wereldwijd, maar ik heb...
I don't know the English word for betutteling.
Nee, ik ook niet. Maar het is wereldwijd natuurlijk, globalisering, we hebben het vanmorgen nog over gehad. Maar ook Nederland, we hebben nu binnenkort verkiezingen, is de VVD ook bereid om die betutteling, die algemene betutteling van de mensen, dus het ontnemen van vrijheden, ontnemen van zelfbeschikkingsrecht, is de VVD bereid om dat in de verkiezingen in te brengen. Want als ik een debat hoor ik het over de mensen willen veiligheid, economische crisis, meer blauw op straat. Bij mij in de kroeg hoor je heel veel mensen, wat wordt het volgende verbod? Wat mag ik nou weer niet?
Punt is duidelijk.
Maar is de VVD bereid het ook in de verkiezingen in te brengen?
It's our reason for being. We're a liberal party, and we say the individual person should have the choices. So it's not the government making the choices, it's you making the choices. And the only way when a government can say, and now it's up to us, is when your choice is actually impacting the health or the safety of other persons. And therefore, when you go to the problem with small cafes and smoking or non-smoking, we say it should be a choice. It should not be a total ban on smoking. No. The whole European rule was invented to protect employees. So I always find it very strange that you have cafes where all employees smoke and they have to smoke outside because they're not allowed to smoke inside, which is strange. So we always said this problem should be something between the employers and the employees, which is known in this country. And you should at the door have a sign, like in Spain, where it says this is a smoking bar or a non-smoking bar. Then you have the choice for the person who is running the cafe, but you also have the choice of the consumer, and he or she can decide when he enters the bar, yes, I want to go here because it's a smoking one or a non-smoking one. And that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
And that's for us always, not only these elections, but also in previous elections, a very important point.
Maar betutteling, het woord betutteling, er is geen Engels woord voor, maar de Engelsen weten waarschijnlijk wat het bedoelt.
The nanny state. The nanny state, yes.
Maar is de VVD bereid het onderdeel te maken van een verkiezingsdebat?
I think it's already a part of all the
Ik
discussions.
heb het nog niet gehoord.
Maybe you should, well, I cannot say you should listen to it because it's always us.
Ik vraag aan de VVD of ze het in het verkiezingsdebat willen inbrengen.
Yes. The only thing I'm saying is that we already doing it, but we have to try harder if I listen to you because you didn't pick it up yet.
Okay. Thank you.
Excuse me, I have another question.
Go ahead.
Apologies for my ignorance, but was it part of your campaign? Did you clearly stated that you were against the state choosing for the businessmen and women? Was it
For the what?
was it official in your campaign? Yes, people knew that you were against that ban.
Yes.
Okay.
We have always been against a total smoking ban,
Okay.
and we still are.
Okay, thanks.
Maybe the thing that happened in the Netherlands is that there was a majority against a ban before the elections of 2006, and after the elections, some major parties changed their opinion, and therefore the smoking ban was introduced. So we were consistent, but because other parties changed their mind, that's the reason why we now have this smoking ban.